Greetings, brothers and sisters. Greetings to all of you throughout all the nations of the world. I greet you in the name of our Adonai Yahusha, and may peace abide with you throughout this video and throughout all your life. Now, I am continuing with the playlist of the waking up. I already made the first video, brothers and sisters. You can go and look at the first video before you continue with us on this second video. Because of the first video is very important that you may understand even this video that I'm making right now. And I know that, brothers and sisters, the channel has not so much viewers, but I am led to just work despite the viewers. I know Elohim has a way, perhaps that even when I make these videos in the future, people will look at them and get more knowledge. Despite the viewing audience being low, let us just continue to work for Elohim. In as much as if Elohim gives you one person in your life to help them with the knowledge of truth, help them no matter if they are just one person, just keep on working for Elohim. That is why, brothers and sisters, you shall not be discouraged when only a small majority of people come to your ministry. Just keep on working and being obedient to Elohim. That is my advice to all of you. I'm not discouraged that one person has commented or two people have commented so far. And I'm not discouraged that we get one like, because of it's not about the gaining of people, but Truth-Unsealed RSA is dedicated only to unseal the truth, nothing but the truth by Elohim's will. Amen. Now, in the last video, I questioned all of you, brothers and sisters. That is why I say go and watch part 1 of this playlist. I questioned all of you with the question of what if. The highlighting question in that video was, what if the reality and the world you live in and believe in is a lie? I said in that video, you are inside a box and you are being deceived by the people outside the box. Now, not a lot of people have commented in that video because of, as I say, there are not so many viewers. But I will predict some of you. Some may say to me that they are not deceived. You may feel that way, brothers and sisters. But truly, blessed are those who listen first and respond after. Listen to what I am saying first. Listen to this playlist first before you answer, and question yourself and listen attentively. Now, in order to make understanding grow inside of you and that what I'm saying may be understood by you, we will recap what we learned on the last video. Remember, in that video, brothers and sisters, I did say that you are inside a box, and this box is not just you inside of it. There are people inside the box, and outside are wicked men and women who hold the truth in unrighteousness. I did say that they know the truth but choose to lie. I did say that, brothers and sisters, and I am saying it again. There are people who know the truth but choose to lie to the people who are inside the box. And if you remember clearly, I did say that you are inside the box. It does not matter if you are an atheist or an unbeliever. The fact remains, or Christian, the fact remains, the box is real. And again, brothers and sisters, you can say the box isn't real. Remember, I did say that it is not physical, but mental. Maybe you think all I'm stating is conspiracy and conspiracy. I understand that, and truly, I understand your thoughts. Maybe you say this is a conspiracy, but let me show you that this is not a conspiracy. And part of waking up is breaking your own reality of the world that you believe in. Now listen attentively, brothers and sisters. Open your ears as Elohim gave you ears to listen and your eyes to see. I'm going to make a great example. Let us say the box started before your grandparents, maybe in the year 1780. Now, if the box fell on people in 1780 and captured them in 1780, this doesn't mean people won't make children inside the box. No, they will make children even inside the box. Making children does not stop even if you are inside the box. People just increase inside the box, brothers and sisters. Generation come, generation goes, but the box remains. Even till our generation, it is still here. Now, if the box started in 1780 till our generation, it means that the people in 1780 have died. Those who saw the box coming have died. Those who felt the box starting died. And we are the generation that does not know the start of the box. Understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Generation come, generation goes. And this box, how it started, is soon forgotten. Let us make another great example. And I will use the example of the Afro-Americans and South Africans and Afro-British and all those people who went through slavery. Let us make an example by them, by your ancestors. When your nation was held captive and your great-grandparents were taken, they went to other nations. When they arrived there, each may try to tell his children the old days, but it does not do nothing because of the pain. As they go inside those nations, they are soon changed names from what they used to be called. They are soon changed names, brothers and sisters, from what they originally called themselves. They adopt foreign names. Remember, this is an example. Now, after changing their names, and those people who are now slaves forgot their original names, the oppressors start mocking their color. They start mocking them with their color, calling them uncivilized, barbarians, and apes, black people, Negroes, niggers, those words. They start calling those people those names. Now, the generation that will follow, the generation that is being mocked, will start asking themselves, what if I am black? What's wrong with that? Why are you mocking me for being black? Why are you mocking my parents for the color that Elohim made them wear? And they don't receive a great answer, and they don't receive the truth why they are being treated like this. They are not taught that there is a reason why they are facing such mockery and such pains. They are not taught why they are experiencing these things. Now, when they see other black people that belong to other tribes, not the same as them, but almost same color as them, black, let me just say black, they see other black people. Now, obviously, seeing that the oppressors mock black color, they think that the other black tribes are mocked as well. They see that, okay, our oppressors mock every black person. That means every black person, we are facing the same struggle. They start seeing these tribes in the world that are black in skin. They start saying, yeah, also they also experience hardship like us. One struggle, we face the same struggle because of we are black. Yeah, even these tribes face struggle because of we are all black. They experience pain because of we are all black. Because of their oppressors made this about skin color. They mocked these people about their skin color. The generations that will come after, they will now start to think that every black person shares the same history, the same struggle, the same truth, the same religion, because of right now they all think that is about white and black. It's about white and black. That is why, brothers and sisters, I try to talk to our brothers here in South Africa. I try to talk to them about the scriptures, but all of them always end up saying the Bible is just white religion. We are black people. We deal with ancestors. That's true, brothers and sisters. They always respond this answer to me that we are black people and the Bible is from white people. Now, the reason why I picked this example of history of slavery and oppression as an example of the box, it is because of this, brothers and sisters. Many people, when I say the box, may think it just started easy and in recent years. Not so, brothers and sisters. That is why I say listen before you respond. Listen to what I'm saying before you respond. I did not say in that first video that it started right now. No, not so. Example, let me show you the start of the box. Remember, in the last video, I said evil kings are outside the box. Well, let me prove to you this saying. Brothers and sisters, we know that during the days of slavery, there were kings during those days. That is why you find, brothers and sisters, that before South Africa became South Africa, the South Africa that we know, before it became a nation, the British king was King George V. He held 4 colonies in southern part of Africa. They took it during slavery. They took that southern part, and King George V was king of that 4 colonies that they took. Now, like the structure of the monarchy, there were governors under the power of King George. In 1910, the British monarch was King George V, but he wasn't directly ruling the colonies. The colonies were governed by, in Cape Colony, the governor was Sir Walter Haley Hodgson. In Natal, the governor was Sir Matthew Nathan. In Transvaal Colony, the governor was Lord Milner, followed by Lord Selborne. In the Orange River Colony, the governor was Sir Hamilton Golden Adams. Yeah, excuse me for how I say it, brothers and sisters, but yeah, I cannot pronounce it very well. But you understand that back in 1910, the monarch was still visible. And in Southern Africa, the British monarch during the 1910 years was King George V. Now, since in 1910, King George ruled 4 colonies in southern part of Africa, let us go back before him, because he ruled in the later stages. And we know that the nations came before the 1800s. So let us go back before the years King George ruled. Let us go back before him to the years when our people were still being called black people, Negroes, apes, niggers. So the 10 kings before King George were Now you may ask, What does this have to do with the box and lies? Well, brothers and sisters, I believe the box didn't start in our recent years. I believe the box started long ago. I do not believe the box, the lies, started when the introduction of TV started. Not so. I believe the box started during the years of slavery. And yes, I will prove this saying. And always know, brothers and sisters, I do not just say these things out of my own philosophy, but as the Holy Spirit directs me, I'm sharing the truth that the Spirit directs me to share with you all. How do I know this, brothers and sisters? As I am saying it without hesitant, that the box did not start today, but the box started during slavery. How do I know this, brothers and sisters? Remember, I said, even in the first part of the video, of the playlist, that they are kings outside the box, and we are inside the box. And the kings put doctrines inside the box. And right now, I can tell you without hesitant that there is a doctrine that they placed long before this generation, during the days of slavery. There was a doctrine placed that the Hebrews are nothing but apes and less than their superiors. A doctrine that said, call these people black people and apes. Laugh at them. I believe, brothers and sisters, there was a doctrine placed during the days of slavery. And I will prove to you this saying. Listen before you start with the carnal mind. The carnal mind is a problem to all of us, brothers and sisters. But let me not get out of topic. You have to understand something about the people outside the box before you understand the box. And you have to understand the truth. So the question today, brothers and sisters, is, when did the box start? When? What time did the box start? And why did the kings put people inside the box? For me, brothers and sisters, for me, I believe the people back in the days knew the truth. I believe Babylonia knew who are the Jews. I believe Babylonia knew exactly who are the Hebrews. I believe the Philistines knew that the Hebrews are these people. I believe the nations of the world, all of them knew who are true Israel, true Yasharel. They knew the people in the ancient days. If you go back in time, if it was possible, you will ask them who are the Hebrews, and they will all of the nations will tell you these people are the Hebrews. During the days before slavery, the people we now call Afro and Afro-Dat and Afro-British, Afro-German, Afro, whatever you call them. During the days of slavery, these people knew who they were. Even before slavery, they knew who they were. These people knew who they were in the past. If their forebears were here, they will tell us without double mind who they are. They knew their culture. They knew their religion. They knew the ways of their forebears. And trust me, it wasn't white Jesus they believed in. Nope. These people had their own set apart way from the nations. Do not tell me that these people who went to slavery called their lands what we call their lands today. Don't tell me that they called their part of land a name like Transvaal. How can they call it Transvaal when they did not even know what Transvaal is? Don't tell me that they used to call their lands by English names. These people knew who they were. They called their lands what they called them according to their own language and history. All nations, brothers and sisters, knew themselves in those days. Yes, even white people, those we call white people today, if you asked the generation before this generation who the white people used to be called, they used to have a history, not just white people. No, they knew themselves and knew their man-made traditions. They also didn't call our people black people in those days. They called them Hebrews back in those days. They called them by their true name, Yasharel. Every nation back in the days, brothers and sisters, everyone knew who they were. Everyone, the Hebrews knew that they are Hebrews. These people knew their history, and these people knew their history. They knew who they were. So the question is, what changed that the nations forget this history of theirs? Each nation has forgotten their history. What happened? So, brothers and sisters, Afro-Americans, Afro-that, listen, everyone, listen. I know one thing. I know that it was during slavery that our people lost their identity. It was during slavery that our people lost their identity. Their history was lost during slavery. That's why I say the box came during the years before this current generation. That is why I believe the box started long before this generation. I want you all to see something that today is hidden. A hidden truth. And I can only reveal this through slavery and Bible, brothers and sisters. When the kings of the nations came here to hunt for slaves, they arrived in this land. They took many treasures of gold and many lands and people, and sided with this tribe of people against this people called the Hebrews. It is not like we see the Canaanites in the nations. No, you cannot find these people in these lands. These people live in sacred places by themselves. But the people you will find in the nations of the world is this type of people. So you cannot find the Canaanites in the nations. You can find a lot of them in the nations, in British, in USA, in Germany, in Asia, in wherever. You will never find these people. But the people you will find mostly is this nation. These people, you will find them in most nations. This shows, brothers and sisters, that this people, this nation was the target of the invading army. That is why you find them in all nations, because they were the target. The kings of the nations, when they entered the land of these people, the kings of, I will say, white people, the kings of white people, when they entered this land, they found textbooks belonging to these people. They found books belonging to these people. They found their prophecies and letters. And these people testimony about the Messiah. Now the kings knew about Yahusha. If you look at history, you will find that when the kings entered the nations, they believed in Yahusha. But the thing is, the kings did not believe in the Torah and did not know the Torah or prophecies. They did not know that. They only knew Christ. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get lost in this topic, brothers and sisters. The kings and nations believed not in the Torah and prophecy. That's why you find that they banned the Hebrews who believed and kept the Torah in their nations. If you look at history, brothers and sisters, and by Yah's will, I hope that we will touch on history soon. I will show you that the kings and nations did not believe the Torah. They did not keep the Torah, the law, and prophecy. They despised it. They only took Christ and made their own doctrines. But yes, brothers and sisters, as I say, if Yah wills it, we will touch on history soon. So that's why you find that even today, most nations, every nation's people do not know prophecy, because from long ago, the nations rejected prophecy. That's why you find that even today, people of the nations reject the Torah and prophecy. Like them, because we have taken the nation's actions. What I'm saying with these brothers and sisters is that the nations rejected the Torah, the law of Moses, and they rejected the words of the prophets before even slavery. Before slavery, they were rejecting prophecy and Torah. Before they came and took these people, the nations were rejecting prophecy and Torah. Torah, the law. The Hebrews never despised prophecy before. Actually, they loved prophecy so much because prophecy was speaking about them. They loved it so much, they knew that what Yahuwah's plans were. They loved the law so much that eating pig food was something wrong to them. But the nations despised the law and they despised the Torah. Even before slavery, brothers and sisters. Understand what I'm saying? Even before slavery, the nations did not know the law and rejected the prophecies. So what I'm saying is that the different lands, these people in their land kept the Torah. These people in this land despised the Torah and prophecy. These people in this land loved the Torah and kept it and loved prophecy. These people only loved what they heard about Christ but rejected prophecy. These people, the new way of Christ was not known to them, but they were getting used to it. That is why the apostles wrote these letters to them, explaining the Torah and the new way. That's one thing. But these people in these nations rejected the Torah, despised the Torah, did not want to learn about the Torah, and hated prophecy and did not even care about it. As the scriptures warn them, do not despise prophecies. I believe the kings found the prophecies when they attacked the original Hebrews. They saw this kind of prophecies. So when I say they found these prophecies and books, I'm saying that in history, before slavery, before they came to these people, in their nations, these people did not even want to include nothing of the Hebrews in their faith. They did not even want to read or learn anything from the Torah. That is what I am saying. I'm saying that this book, you see this book, I'm saying this book, the nations did not even care about this book. All those years, they did not even care. Before slavery, they didn't even want these books, but wanted these books. So, when they arrived in this land, they found prophecies that they rejected. And I believe, personally, I believe that they learned this prophecy. In Ezekiel 36, I believe that the kings read these prophecies, brothers and sisters. I believe that they first saw these prophecies when they came inside the land of the Hebrews. I believe, brothers and sisters, that before slavery, before they came into this land, these people rejected the law and prophecies and made their own faith and did not even want the Hebrews to write them about this law, about this Torah, about these prophecies in their languages. I believe that they rejected to translate this Torah and prophecies in their languages, but they accepted to translate Christ's words. So I believe when they came inside the land of the Hebrews, they found prophecies like this prophecy. Ezekiel 36 at verse 1. It says, "Son of man, prophesy to the mountain of Yasharel, and say, O mountain of Yasharel, listen to what Elohim says. The Adonai Elohim says, your enemies have spoken about you and said, we are happy because those mountains that were there from a long time ago are ours now. That is what the enemies have said. Now prophesy and tell them, Yahuwah Elohim says, O mountains of Yasharel, the enemies have removed your people from you. The enemies have attacked you and made you suffer. You belonged to other nations, and they said bad things about you and mocked you, O mountains of Yasharel. That is why you must listen to what Yahuwah says. Yahuwah Elohim speaks to the mountains and hills, to the water, streams, and valleys, to the heaps of stones where no one lives, to the cities where all the people are gone and where the enemies have taken everything, and to the cities which the nations mocked. Yahuwah says, because this has happened, I am angry and speak to the nations and everyone in Edom. They took my land for their cattle. They laughed and mocked my people. That is why prophesy about the land of Yasharel. Speak to the mountains and hills, to the water, streams, and the valley, and say to them, Yahuwah Elohim says, I am angry and upset because the nations have humiliated you. Yahuwah Elohim says, I put up my hand and promised that I will humiliate the people around you. So I believe, brothers and sisters, that the kings found prophecies talking about them and their deeds. Their deeds, like when he said, they laughed and mocked my people. So yes, brothers and sisters, the kings found such prophecies, and by judging their actions when they enslaved these people, they saw that these prophecies are speaking about them. These prophecies are speaking about the literal thing they are literally doing. Imagine going to a nation to plunder them and enslave them. And when you arrive there, you find books, and those books tell you that the God of those people predicted you. Imagine going to a house to steal, and when you arrive there, you find a book on the table that tells you what you are going to do, what stuff you are going to steal, what you are going to steal, and when are you going to go home. That is how it happened. The kings found books that told them their deeds. So the question still remains, when did the box begin, and why does the box exist? On this video, I try to give you a history background that people in ancient times knew the truth. But now, as you can see, many people still don't know the truth. So something happened in the past, not in recent years, but in the past. On this video, I try to give you some history and some information so that on the next video, we can finally unseal the truth. How the box started, we will unseal it. Why does the box exist? We will unseal it. May you continue to strive in truth, righteousness, and may Elohim be with all of you. On the next video, we will unseal the box.